Hey, what's going on, guys? Dante here, and in this video, I'm going to be breaking down to you guys step by step the exact strategy on how to easily and consistently pass Apex Evals. This is going to be the easiest strategy by far, and I'm going to be breaking down everything to you guys, which accounts to use, which setups to look for, what sizing to use, etc., in this video. And also, side note, if you want a 100% free full futures trading course, you can find that link down in the description. Now, you should see a typical result here on the screen on how I'm able to pass these accounts, and I'm going to be breaking down that to you right now, step by step. So the first thing you want to do here is you want to go to apex.com, obviously. And the accounts that I'm going to recommend that you guys go for is going to be the 50K accounts. And I'm going to tell you here why in a second. Now, you can do this strategy with any account size. I'm just going to tell you why I recommend the 50K accounts. I usually use the 50K Trade plan here. But the reason why I recommend the 50K accounts, as you can see here, the profit goal of the 50K accounts is only 3,000, and the trailing threshold is 2,500. So if we divide 3,000 by 2,500, you can see there's only a 20% difference, right? 20% difference between your drawdown, that's the max amount that you can lose, versus your profit goal, which is $3,000. So it's only a $500 difference, right? Versus if you go one step up, right? You go one step up to the 100K accounts. Now you have to hit a 6,000 profit goal, 6,000 profit goal, and you only have a $3,000 drawdown, right? What that means is your profit target is literally double, and you only have $500 more in drawdown. So this is just much, much harder to pass. And in my opinion, it's a much worse product. Now, the max payout that you can take on a 50K account right now is $2,000, right? And on a 100K, it's only $2,500. So you only get $500 extra for doing like double the amount of work. For me, not anywhere near not as good of a product, not as good of an offer. You can go for any account you want to. This works on every single account, but for me, that's why I choose 50Ks. You can literally crush it on 50Ks. People make, you know, 10, 15K a month on 150K, or you can go for the 200Ks, 300Ks, etc. But I just recommend for most people, probably just start with the 50Ks, right? Now, once you chose your account, the second step is you want to make sure, and again, this is really, really important. I'm going to go to the charts here, but you want to make sure that you are going to be using the best discount available. Now, for me, I bought five of these when they were 90% off. And the reason why is the way that I trade these, I just pass my accounts in one trade. So with 150K account, you are allowed up to 10x mini contracts, which means that you only have to catch one 15-point trade to actually pass the account. It is not that difficult to catch one 15-point trade. It's literally not super difficult, right? It is much easier to catch one 15-point trade than to try to piece together, 5, 10, 15 winning trades in a row over the course of, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or whatever have you. Now, when you're going to be trading other prop firms then that don't allow you to pass in one trade, then yes, you have to change your strategy. But for Apex, because they have the 90% off, which you can use the code Dante Trades and get the accounts for only $18. I'm not going to be spending a week, 2 weeks, etc. trying to pass these $18 accounts. You wait for the biggest sale, you bulk buy the accounts, and then you just pass them, right? And again, they're only $18 per account. So once I actually pass the account, then I'm going to be trying to trade more consistently and this kind of thing. But when I'm trying to pass, that is not what I'm trying to do. I'm literally just getting accounts for as cheap as possible, and then waiting for one A plus setup, which I'm going to break down to you guys exactly the setups that we look for, and then pass the accounts and then move to the next stage, right? So also as well, side note here, when you actually enter the Apex, if you're going to be using the link in the bottom of this video, make sure you actually put the code here when you actually entering the account so that you can get the 90% off, right? For whatever reason, when you actually click it with Apex specifically, they don't automatically apply the correct coupon code. So you have to just actually make sure that you enter the coupon code here in this box to actually get the best discount that they offer, right? So anyway, now let's actually jump into the exact setup that I take to pass these kinds of accounts. So you're going to go on TradingView and you're going to look for the fixed range and volume profile. And because I trade London, I draw this from, and let me actually replay this a little bit so you guys can actually see what I was looking for in real time. So as you can see here, I drew this volume profile from 4:01. Let's actually make sure this is correct, 4:01 p.m. And then I drew it to match the current, whatever the current time frame was here. So 4:01 p.m. overnight when I'm trading London to the current session. And then we're going to draw another volume profile. I normally trade Asia and or London, but if you trade Asia or London, you draw them both the same way. So the only difference here is going to be instead of starting from London, I'm going to start from Asia this time. So you can see here the Asia starts at 20 here. So I'm just going to draw from the beginning of Asia to the current time as well, right? So again, to recap that, when you're trading Asia or London, you're going to draw the volume profile from the previous day starting at 4:01 p.m. EST until whatever the current time is. And then you're going to draw another one starting at the beginning of whatever session you're trading. So the session I was trading in this case was Asia. So I started that at the beginning of Asia to the current time as well. I'm going to go to another chart really quick so you can see a little bit more clearly. Then I'll go back into that example. But generally speaking, this green line here, this is called the value area high. Generally speaking, the value area high represents expensive or premium pricing. So normally off that, we are looking for shorts off the value area high. Again, there are some exceptions. We have to read it in context of what we're seeing, but that's generally what you're looking for the value area highs. For the point of control just represents where most of the volume traded is happening. So at the point of control, as you can see here, we usually see just a lot of chopping around and stuff like that. I usually will use the point of control for take profits or definitely a strong area of to pay attention to, right? I don't like to enter off the point of control as much, but that's normally what we're looking for off the point of control, right? You just have to be aware of this because it's a lot of chop here. And again, entering at the point of control, you can get chopped out, right? And the last thing here is the value area low. So generally speaking, when we get to the value area lows, we are looking for longs, right? So that's what these three lines kind of represent and how I kind of personally look at them. So why did I get into this trade? And I'm gonna break it down to you. So what you can see is we came down and then we tested this level of liquidity here. And then what did I tell you guys? That this value area high generally acts as a level of resistance. And then we also had this block of liquidity here. And so once we actually reject it off that level, let's just play that out a little bit here. Once we actually reject it off that level, I was just waiting for confirmation back for the price to close back below this liquidity level to push further downward. And that's exactly what we got here, right? So again here, once the price actually closed back below this level, you can see we pushed really strong down to the downside, right? Because we rejected off this liquidity level here, and then we closed back below this second liquidity level as well. So you can see here, literally as soon as we closed below this level here, this was my entry, we accelerated super fast to the downside. And you can see here, like literally within like 2 or 3 minutes, we like turbo nuke to the downside. So that's literally what I'm generally looking for. And that's pretty much it. That's how we pass. These are the setups that I look for every single day. These setups literally happen all the time, no matter what session you're trading. It's very rare that I won't get a setup usually within 15 to 30 minutes, maybe max about 1 hour. But these setups, they happen all the time. And you're just looking to identify that liquidity and seeing how price is acting around these liquidity zones that I just showed you guys how to identify. And it's really not hard to pass and catch 15 points. The only side note that I would give you guys is you just have to be a little bit more aggressive at moving your stops up and trailing your stops when using these strategies so that you don't get hit by that trailing drawdown. But that's pretty much it for this video. Again, if you want a 100% free futures trading course where I really break this stuff down to you guys in like really deep detail, you can go to dantetrades.com/free. You can find the link to that in the description, and you can use the code DanteTrades to get the best discount. I believe right now that Apex is running a 90% off discount. So this is literally the best discount that they usually run all year. So you want to take advantage of that. And that's it for this video. If you have any questions, let me know below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.